Okay, so what would you like to achieve in your 5 years in office? Which I'm sure you'd like to be 10. But if we start off, what promise are you making to people of Machakos and Nairobians who live there?
So right now we are contributing about 3.2% to GDP of the country. I would like to get that up to about 5% by the time we get to 2027.
Okay.
So that's generating an economy of close to 450 billion shillings in Machakos County. What does that mean for the ordinary Mwananchi? It means we start dealing with serious issues like mineral resources, sand, stone that are harvested, and they are not being harvested in accordance with the Mining Act. So none of that money trickles down into the communities which it affects. I want to unlock the potential of Mavoko municipality, because Mavoko municipality is a diamond in the rough. If I can get the sewer systems in place, if we can get the road networks in Syokimau, Mlolongo and Athi River up and running over the next 4.5 years, it means that we start growing the real economy of Machakos in the economic bedrock, and I then have resources to put into hospitals, into schools, into food subsidy for the poorest of the poor, into looking after the elderly, into scholarship programs for our gifted children, into supporting our elected MPs and MCAs to supplement their bursaries. Because, Machakos, can I just tell you something that will shock you? The top school in Machakos was number 130 in
nationally.
Nationally.
Wow.
Something has gone seriously wrong. Our primary schools are not producing. I mean, individually there are some bright students, but if you look collectively, because we can only move at the pace of the weakest.
True.
And if you look at the situation in Machakos from primary education, if you look at ECD has only a 50% enrollment rate. So out of the 57,000 kids in ECD today, there are 57,000 sitting at home.
That is crazy.
It's beyond crazy, because the primary function of the county government is ECD. But I find people downplaying and thinking that ECD is not big enough for their stature. Ati unanipatia kazi ya kuchunga nursery school. Isn't nursery school the most important foundational aspect of education?
It is.
And I would relish the opportunity to make the ECD sector in Machakos County the best in class. You take a place like Mlolongo. Mlolongo itself has only one public school, Ngwata Primary School, and the ECD class there has 300 students.
Class or school?
The class. The ECD class has 300 students.
What do you mean?
And like 4 teachers who are employed by the county. The rest have to be employed by the parents. The parents are already strained, because look at the catchment area. The catchment area there are factory workers. So where are they getting money to pay these teachers? They don't have this money, and they don't have enough public, because there's been so much theft of public land that belongs to the county government in Mlolongo. It means there's not enough places to put up markets. So yesterday I did a walk through Mlolongo, and I went to see the business people and the traders, and they're trading in alleys. They're trading in paths which are full of mud, and as soon as the rain comes, they're going to be struggling to do biashara. So they need a proper market. Like the market here in Westi, you've seen the new market that we put up with the president. You've seen the new market coming up in Githurai, in Kiambu. I mean, multi-story markets that can have at a go, operating on 12-hour shifts.
Basically malls.
They're like malls for ndoma and tomatoes and stuff. And we get our mamas to stop operating under sheds in Mlolongo. But there's no space. Mashamba zimetafunwa.
So what are you going to do about that?
Well, if we can't recover the land, we'll have to buy some, but we don't have a choice. There must be a fresh produce market in serving the people of Mlolongo and Syokimau. There must be a fresh produce market serving the people of Athi River. There's no 2 ways about it. And it's not much money. It just requires the political will number one, to restore order. There must be order.
Wow. Okay, we're with Nzioka Waita, aspiring governor of Machakos County. We're going to be talking about some real big money and developments for Machakos, because there's one area we need to touch on. He's in studio. Got any questions for him? Why don't you get tweeting at Classic 105 Kenya or at 8 Maina Kageni. Don't forget the hashtag is Maina and King. Any questions? Because Nairobi and Machakos zimeshikana.